should be left up to individual states.
Well, a controversial bill designed to set up a new hospitality district in the downtown French Quarter area has been deferred up in Baton Rouge.
The measure would have established new hotel-motel taxes to pay for an unprecedented local marketing effort and street improvements. And joining us now with the latest on this is Meg Lousteau with the Vieux Carre Property Owners Association. Thank you so much for coming back in. You were just here this yesterday talking about your opposition to it, your reaction to them saying we're going to hold off on this.
Well, it's a temporary deferral. It's our understanding that Senator Murray withdrew the bill from today's Municipal Affairs Committee agenda in the hopes of coming to some sort of consensus with all of these stakeholders, and we really appreciate him for doing that.
That being said, have any discussions begun with your association, which I guess is one of the first organizations to come out against this bill?
There have been some very informal discussions at this point. There's really nothing firm yet.
Meg, what would it take to make this measure more palatable to the members of the Vieux Carre Property Owners Association?
Well, our main concern has been what we call the Super Board, that consists of mayoral appointees and representatives of the tourism industry, and really doesn't give a voice to the stakeholders in the area, which, as you mentioned, go far beyond the French Quarter. It includes Treme, the Warehouse District, Faubourg Lafayette, and every area within the Downtown Development District. So we really want to be sure that the people who have made these neighborhoods, and that's what the French Quarter is a neighborhood, such wonderful and authentic destinations, have a seat at this table.
Have you spoken to Senator Murray at all? Because I know we reached out to him to try to get his opinion on this and his reasoning behind this. I'm just curious if you have personally spoken to him, and does he understand your concerns about the transparency? Will the money go where it's supposed to go, and the accountability with who would be on this board?
Right. It's our understanding that, I have not spoken to him personally, but the fact that he withdrew this bill from today's agenda indicates that he does understand those concerns. And this is really something that's way too important not to get right. So we really want more discussion, a public vetting of any proposed changes, and make sure that all of the stakeholders and all the people within the zone have a voice in this.
Meg, how concerned are the French Quarter property owners about an even bigger influx of tourists than we have right now, and the impact on this very important neighborhood?
Well, that has been a concern because the study that's seemingly the underpinning for this effort is the Boston Consulting Group report, which projects that we need to have 13.7 million visitors a year by 2018, and right now we have about 9 million. So that's pretty much a 50% increase. And the infrastructure of the French Quarter particularly has really taken a hit because of the tremendous number of tourists. So we really need to have a management plan in place to deal with the numbers. And frankly, we want to share this tourism with the rest of the city. There are so many other wonderful areas of the city, and successful cities, when they deal with tourism, make sure that there's not one area that's overburdened, that it's really a shared issue and a shared benefit, because there are many neighborhoods that could benefit from increased tourism.
Especially considering that people not just visit there, but they live there. The French Quarter is home to many people. So what should we look for next on this from your group, as well as the push to get this done?
We're assuming that we will go forward with some sort of discussion, and that we will have an opportunity to bring this to our membership and make sure they're okay with the provisions of any changes.
Do you think it's dead for the session, or do you think it's going to come back up?
Well, the session is very tight. It ends on June 4th, so I don't know the timeline of the proponents of the bill, what they hope to have done, but again, we think it's really important that something that represents this major a change has a full public vetting.
Thank you so much for coming in. Meg Lousteau with the Vieux Carre Property Owners Association.